Hi, in this presentation, we learn about microplastics and more. In this presentation, we learn about what are microplastics, what are its sources, what are the ingredients, what are its types, and why are they harmful and pathways of microplastic contamination and exposure. So, what are microplastics? Microplastics are the tiny ubiquitous plastic particles that are less than 5 millimeters in diameter. Microbeads are also used in domestic and industrial products for strengthening the exfoliating and cleansing properties. The sources of microplastics could be from primary sources or from secondary sources. So, firstly, the primary microplastics, which are also called microbeads, they are deliberately created by humans for a specific purpose. For example, the plastic pellets used in industrial manufacturing of plastic, the plastic fibers used in synthetic textiles, for daily use products, the personal care products, etc. And secondary microplastics are produced by the natural breakdown of larger pieces of plastic in the environment by the action of waves, wind abrasion, and ultraviolet radiation from sunlight. Microplastics are made up of different kinds of plastic, and the different kinds of plastic are used for various purposes and specifically made for different activities. Like for example, we have LDPE, or the low density polyethylene, that is used in packaging and containers, in floor tiles, etc. And then we have a high density polyethylene, or HDPE. It is usually used in making milk containers, detergent bottles, etc. And we all know what polyethylene is. It is all the supermarket bags, the plastic bottles that we use. And then there is something called PVC, or polyvinyl chloride. It is synonymous with the pipes, window frames, flooring, etc. And then there's another type of plastic called polypropylene, or PP. It is used in packaging, bottle caps, etc. And then we have something called polycarbonate, or PC. It is used in developing CDs, DVDs, etc. Then we have polyester. Polyester is a kind of textile material. Then we have polyethylene tetraphthalate, or PET. So it is used in all the PET bottles that we use, all the soft drink bottles, as well as in food packaging industries. And then we have polystyrene, or PS. It is used as packaging foam in disposable cups, food containers, etc. And finally, polyamide. It is also used in textiles, in toothbrush bristles, etc. These are all your different kinds of plastics which eventually break down in the environment and gives rise to microplastics. So first we have the HDPE, or high density polyethylene, used in bottles, polyethylene, which is used in the plastic bags or polybags, polypropylene, usually used in bottle caps, polyethylene tetraphthalate, or the PET bottles, polystyrene, used in disposable cups and plates, polyvinyl chloride pipes, low density polyethylene, or LDPE, in squeezy bottles, polycarbonate, used in CDs and coverings, polyamide, used in textiles, polyester, also used in creating textiles, bags, etc. Different types of plastics can also be categorized according to their shape. So plastics could be in the form of films, it could be in the form of fibers or foams or pellets or beads or fragments. All of these different types of plastics can give rise to further smaller shapes and sizes of microplastics. Microplastics are harmful because they are light in weight, they are long-lived, they are highly resistant to environmental degradation, and they readily adhere and accumulate hydrophobic persistent organic pollutants, which are also known as POPs, and they are accompanied by hazardous additives and chemicals and byproducts, and they are often linked to morbidity and mortality in numerous organisms, specifically in aquatic ecosystems. Each year, around 8 million tons of plastic enters the oceans. The plastic fragments get ingested by organisms. The plastics trap and kill many species. And finally, once in the food chain, they can even reach your own plate. The microplastics can contaminate our environment through various pathways. It can happen due to handling during manufacturing and maintenance of plastic products. It can happen from urban transport infrastructures, from domestic washing and indoor particulate emissions, from personal care products that use microbeads, from fragmentation by physical and chemical weathering of plastic waste, from wastewater treatment plants, from biological fragmentation of plastic debris inside the seas, from shipping and recreational activities, from transportation, from landfills, through erosion and abrasion of synthetic rubber tires, from agricultural applications as well as medical applications, and numerous other spheres wherever plastics are used. And nowadays, plastic is used almost everywhere. Microplastics can reach us through various pathways. The terrestrial or the land-based ecosystem is often the source and the distribution pathway to other ecosystems like groundwater and other water bodies. The leaching of chemicals from microplastics as well as the accumulation of persistent organic pollutants can occur inside soils. In aquatic ecosystems, the degradation of plastics are enhanced. Here, the microplastics can accumulate the persistent organic pollutants and biomagnify throughout the food chains. It can reach us through seafood, sea salt, tap water, and bottled water. In the atmosphere also, the light microplastics from synthetic textiles, synthetic rubber, household dust, abrasion and construction materials, waste incineration, industrial exhaust, tumble dryer exhaust in our washing machines, etc. can remain suspended in the air and can easily be inhaled by us. If you found this presentation useful and informative, then don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.